Hi.
Yes? Hello.
Are you Blanche?
Yes.
Mr. Williams said I should speak to you about getting a desk. My name is Stanley. Stanley Kowalski. It's my first day.
What did you say was your name?
Stanley.
No. The second part. The weird part.
You mean my last name?
I guess so. That was the weird part.
Kowalski.
Kowalski?
Yes.
Is that like Russian or something?
Actually, it's Polish.
Polish.
Yes. Polish.
Aren't like Russian and Polish the same thing?
I assure you they are not.
Are you sure about that?
Of course I'm sure about that. They are two completely different and distinct countries separated by Belarus and Ukraine.
Belarus and you what? Are those rivers?
They are countries.
They are countries? Are you sure about that? I've never heard of them.
They are former satellite states of the now-defunct Soviet Empire that threatened the safety of the world for the better part of the 20th century.
The Soviet what? What is that?
You are kidding, right?
No. Why would I be kidding?
You've never heard of the Soviet Union?
No. I've never joined a union. I like my job and I don't need some useless labor union telling me how to run my life and profession.
It was not a labor union.
So, wait a minute. What was it?
The Soviet Union. The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, also informally known as the Soviet Union, or Soviet Russia. It was a constitutionally socialist state that existed on the territory of most of the former Russian Empire in Eurasia between 1922 and 1991. It had a single-party political system dominated by the Communist Party. The Soviet Union and its satellites from the Eastern Bloc were one of two participating factions in the Cold War, a global ideological and political struggle against the United States and its allies. The Soviet bloc ultimately lost, however, having been hit by economic standstill and both domestic and foreign political unrest, an event which marks the beginning of the post-war period. In the late 1980s, the last Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev tried to reform the state with his policies of perestroika and glasnost, but the Soviet Union collapsed and was formally dissolved in December 1991.
Uh-huh.
Well?
Well, what?
Does my description ring a bell?
Not really. That sounded awfully complicated and I really don't pay attention to history much unless it has something to do with my country.
Nothing to do with your country? Are you kidding me? What about the Cuban Missile Crisis? Who do you think was responsible for that?
I always assumed it was Cuba.
No. It was the Soviet Union led by Nikita Khrushchev.
Nikita what?
Khrushchev. Nikita Khrushchev. The leader of the Soviet Union who succeeded Joseph Stalin.
Ooh. I've heard of Stalin.
Thank God for small miracles.
He had something to do with Russia, right?
Something to do with Russia. He was Soviet Russia's leader for about 30 years, and one of history's greatest and most heinous butchers.
You sure know a lot about Russia. Are you like a history buff or something?
No. I'm not a history buff. Everyone knows who Joseph Stalin was. He was a well-known tyrant.
Well, I did not know. And I should know what is worth knowing. I am pretty smart. I got a 1550 on my SATs. Did I mention I am also studying at night for my MBA right now?
You have been through college and never heard of Stalin. Are you kidding?
Are you some kind of judgmental prick or something? I do not need some sort of Russian jerk-off telling me I am dumb. I dated a Greek guy once who...
I am Polish.
What?
I am Polish, not Russian. I already told you that.
Oh, right. Hey, I think my grandmother was Polish. Her name was Spadowski. That was her last name. It was weird like yours. She spoke in a funny language that I never could understand. Maybe it was Polish. Did you know her?
No. Why would I know your...
Do Polish people live in igloos?
Wait. What?
Do Polish people live in igloos? I heard it can get really cold in Poland and people in Poland need to live in ice castles like in that movie. Dr. Zhivago. Was that about Poland?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. It was about Russia.
You sure like Russia, don't you? You keep mentioning it.
You are the one who mentioned Dr. Zhivago.
So what?
Dr. Zhivago was set in Russia.
Oh right. Well, this has been fun and all talking about Africa, but I should show you to your desk. And I am pretty stoned right now, so bear with me. I might fall down or throw up on you in a minute. I took some little black pills and have no idea what they do.